Time is running out. Calling all patriots and lovers of our constitutionally protected, God-given, self-evident, inalienable rights in Tennessee and the United States of America. If you are sickened by the liberty-eroding activities of a government that hates you, then it is time to wake up. If you are fed up with the tyrannical leadership on display by all levels of government, now is the time to listen to your reveille call. If you are equally tired of the political class, the new aristocracy, lying to you in their pursuit of power and control, now is the time to take a stand in the arena. Please welcome your host, Larry Linton, U.S. Navy veteran and candidate for Tennessee House of Representatives, to the Liberty, Leadership, and Lies podcast.
Welcome to the Weekend Update, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Constitution Day. Yep, it was on this day in 1789 that the agreement between the states that formed a central government with very limited powers was signed at the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia. It is sad that this day is not really recognized for its importance in not only our republic's history, but in the history of the world. Constitution Day recognizes the formation of a government where each citizen is the sovereign over the government. Prior to this document being signed, the sovereign of a country was usually a king, queen, emperor, or some other person. Our nation broke that mold. The founding fathers passed along to us a republic if, and this is turning into a big if with each passing day, a republic if we can keep it. There are many forces, not only among the citizens, media, and entertainment, that would like to radically transform our republic back to some type of oligarchy, but our government is hurtling us headlong into that tyrannical abyss. Yes, the government that hates us is working hand in hand with global forces, useful idiots, and a long list of others to transform the richest, most powerful nation into a third world banana republic where our ruling elite has all of the power. You can see that unfolding as we find out more and more about the raid on former President Trump's residence last month. Also, in reports about how people at Facebook flagged users' private messages that discussed the fraudulent 2020 election and sent their names to the FBI to be investigated. Heck, the FBI even cornered the MyPillow guy while he was going through a fast food chain's drive-thru to get a meal and confiscated his phone. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Banana Republic stuff. We used to only hear about these things happening in countries like Russia, Cuba, China, and North Korea, or a slew of other Central or South American countries. But the government that hates us has now brought these same tactics to bear against people that threaten their hold on the reins of power. The useful idiots here in my local community, well, they are repeating the same lines that come out of MSNBC, CNN, and Hollywood while trolling my campaign pages lately, too. It is disheartening to see what should be a proud, independent people no longer question authority as long as their preferred, installed politician is in power. So for the listeners of this podcast, please take a moment to read that wonderful document and share it with your children. Then, go out and fight for it and the ideals it represents. There is some news on the home front I would like to pass along. I recorded my first campaign radio advertisement this past week. It will begin to air on October the 9th through the day before Election Day. It will be on 2 local radio stations, Mix 105.5 and Mountain Talk 106.3. I have also been invited back to the Biblical Worldview Talk Show on Talk Radio FM 92.3 and AM 760 next weekend. Mr. Richard May was kind enough to offer to have me on again and talk about all things related to my campaign on Sunday, September 25th from 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. I've also started going door to door in the county talking to voters, and the feedback I am receiving is awesome. My walks have put me in touch with many people that are tired of the status quo from the General Assembly in Nashville, and how it no longer serves the will of the people, but serves the will of lobbyists, political action committees, and big money donors. Finally, I'm getting excited for this afternoon's campaign event. Later today, gubernatorial candidate John Gentry and myself will be meeting with the voters here in Sevier County at the King Family Library from 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. My mother and older brother are even coming into town for the event. If you can make it, please turn out and we can discuss how, by standing in the arena together, we can regain control of our government in Nashville. Until next Saturday, this has been the weekend update of Liberty, Leadership, and Lies with Larry Linton. I pray you all have a wonderful weekend. Stand in the arena with me. Reveille. It's time to wake up.